fine. If you do, it's fine. I can still see Terry.
Do not leave your cares at the door. Do not leave them there when you come into this place. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. Bring your pain and sorrow and joy. There's a place for them upon the altar of life. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. This is a place of grace, of losing and finding a way upon the winding road, meeting and parting, stumbling and starting over.
Every story is sacred here, even yours. Even yours.
So come on in and do not leave your cares at the door. Do not leave them there when you come into this place. Be open to forgiveness and transformation. Come on in, you are welcome here. And do not leave your cares at the door. Amen. Amen.
Here at the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington, every day in every way, we bid you welcome. In this community of radical inclusion, we make space for what you believe, who you are, what you love, and who you love. Your whole self is welcome here. It is important that you showed up today. Gathering in community is an act of rebellion against isolation and hopelessness. And so, knowing this to be true, please repeat after me in saying that we are rebels for hope. We are rebels for hope. Yes, we are. Hello, friends. My name is Nathan Whitehead, and I'm your service leader today. Thank you for joining us. Whether you're joining us here in person or online, hello, digital friends. I'd like to extend a special welcome to any visitors who are joining us today. We're so glad that you've joined us as well. Got a variety of announcements today. Calling all members, that's a lot of you. Today, after the service, is our annual congregational meeting. This meeting will take place in the meeting house directly following the service, so please stay for the meeting as we need to have a quorum for the meeting. Members of the congregation will vote on our annual business items of the church, the 2026-27 leadership slate, and the budget for the coming year. So please stay for this important meeting, and then we'll celebrate with lunch afterwards downstairs. Your family says that you need more craft supplies. Well, no more. But you can trade those too. If you do want to get rid of some stuff too, we can help with that. So come to Adams Hall Saturday, May 23rd for our annual an art supply exchange / sale from 10:30 to 3 o'clock. It'll be a fundraiser for the church, but everything will be sold at a cheap discount or a deep discount, so you can go home with lots of new treasures. If you'd like to donate some supplies that you no longer use, feel free to bring them in and add them to the store. Bring your friends, go nuts. Yeah, there's more details in the email, or you can see Linda for additional details too. That's Linda right there. All right, next Sunday is a discussion group Sunday. And then the following Sunday service is led by social justice. On June 7th, though, I want to call that out, we'll be gathering at First UU in Detroit for Pride Sunday. Following, after the church service, we're going to be participating in the Detroit Pride Parade. So all 4 UU local congregations participating, and so if you'd like to join us in marching in the parade, please sign up. There's a registration form in the e-blast, so check that out. And lastly, there's a couple opportunities to get together with other folks this week. On Monday, the choir and AA are meeting here. On Tuesdays, the men's lunch. Wednesdays, the executive board meeting. Thursdays is the daytimers lunch. And Saturday is the craft exchange and sale, so join us there. So with all that out of the way, please take a moment to silence your phones, be present with us here as we move on towards our chalice lighting. We begin each service by lighting a chalice, which is the symbol of the faith that we share, with the words from our mission statement. And so let's please join me in reading those words. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, and live with compassion. All right, and if now you could join us as you could stand as you're willing and able to join us in our first song, which is number 360 from our gray hymnal, Here We Have Gathered, number 360. As we move into our message for all ages, I'd like to remind you that as it concludes, we sing another song, As You Go. And for those of you who are in a row there, who have one of the rainbow bridges, arches, just to remind you that we'll be spreading those out as the kids head on out and the words are put up on the screen.
Hello. Hello. My name is Argo Kramer. I am the Religious Education Coordinator here at UUCF, and today I have a story to share with you for our message for all ages called Journey of the Midnight Sun. And unfortunately, this book was only available online, so you can stay in your seat and look at the big pictures up there. This first page takes place in August 2010 in Inuvik. This is 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. Our mosque is too small for us, said the people of Inuvik, but it was very expensive to build a bigger one so far north. And this takes place in Winnipeg, which is 4,470 kilometers away from Inuvik. But they heard what they had to do, and a charitable organization worked with construction crews to build a mosque to send up north. The mosque had to travel from the bottom of a huge country all the way to the top. It was too wide for many roads. Signboards had to be moved. Power lines had to be lifted. Bridges had to be widened. And the mosque had to be helped by many people along the way. Many people who weren't from Inuvik, or they weren't from the organization building it, they were just saw someone in need of help and were able to give it. Even other drivers helped by sharing the road with such a wide load. September 10th in 2010, 1,800 kilometers from Inuvik by boat. But despite everything, the mosque made it in time to board the last barge up the river before the winter came. Remember, they said they're close to the Arctic Circle, so I bet it gets very cold up there in the winter, too cold to sail a boat. And when it arrived in Inuvik, the Muslim community was there waiting. It has no minaret, said the children of Inuvik, and a carpenter flew across the country to come build one. Everyone in Inuvik helped to finish the mosque. Here they're painting, they're placing prayer mats. When it was ready, a feast was held and friends came to celebrate along with neighbors. The imam, the Gwinnett First Nation elders, the Roman Catholic deacon and pastor, and the mayor of Inuvik. So far beyond the community of the church, everyone came to celebrate this together. And the mosque that traveled over 4,000 kilometers with the help of Canadians from the bottom of the country to the top was opened so that the entire Muslim community had a place to pray every day. And it was called the Midnight Sun Mosque. So now I want to tell you a different story that relates to this, and it also relates to us. So, who knows something about our church, the very building we're standing in right now? Yes. It used to be somewhere else. It was not 4,000 kilometers away. It did not move across the country. But if you want to show us our first photo. So the original UUCF building, it was located in downtown Farmington near Los Tres Amigos. It was like across from the Starbucks, behind where you stand for the crop walk. And the building materials for the whole building cost about $400. And the building was built and dedicated in 1853. But that does not look like our church quite yet. So we can take the next slide. And then in the back, I thought this was a fun fact I learned. The minister lived there. In the back was called a manse, and that is where the minister lived right on site. Reverend Karen does not live here anymore, but maybe we could bring it back. Okay, next slide. In 1947, they rotated the building and they added a porch. Now I think that building is starting to look recognizable. That looks like what we see when we pull into the parking lot. And then to be able to have more space and a better space. And now we're very grateful for this move because of all of the woods that our kids are very excited to explore all the time. We can move on. In 1967, the building made the move on a back of a truck. And it did not, again, it did not go on a boat. It did not go super far, but the building was moved here with the help of all of these people. And then it moved to its current location, and that was before, before they added Adams Hall or expanded the sanctuary. So you can go to the next slide. And then since then, that was when the expansion happened, was in 1985. And then when I was here, when I was a kid, I remember when we installed the elevator in 2011. And there's been all of these different steps with all of these different people working together to make our building happen. So today, what we are talking about in the adult service is what our community does to work together and all of the different ways that we have people who do that. Whether you are a recently joined member or if you have been a member since I was a baby in the nursery, you have contributed to the church regardless, and there are many different ways people do that. And I found this story online, and I thought it was so unique to us because I was like, oh my goodness, a story about a religious building moving. Our religious building moved. So I thought this was a fun story to talk about today, to talk about all the different ways people have worked together and everything that has gone into coming in and being in this building today, all the way from someone moving it to downtown Farmington, to someone installing an elevator so it can be accessible, all the way into someone doing the lighting and air conditioning so we can be here today. Okay, all right, so now we will lift up those rainbow arches, if you are in a row with a rainbow arch, and we will sing as you go, and we will head out to the Marge Brown Room.
Through the sharing of joys and sorrows, we make space every Sunday for authentic and vulnerable sharing, which helps to build this congregation into a beloved community. You are invited now to share what's going on with your life, to name your feelings and the people in your heart in need of prayer or good energy, best wishes, or some help. You are welcome to come up and pick up a stone and place it in the singing bowl where its energy will ripple out for us all to hear. Or if you'd like to come up to the microphone and verbally share something that's important to you, please come on up. Everybody is welcome to participate. candles for the intentions that rest in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. One for the joys, one for the sorrows, and one for the strength of the gathered community that can support you and bring you peace.
As Argo said earlier, today is all about honoring and remembering this community, everything that has been done. I think of, like, we talk about that picture that says this building was dedicated in 1853. Well, I can't even imagine how much time and organizing and all the work that took just to make that building happen, because we don't actually have, we've looked through various history and different documents, like when was the actual first day? We don't have like all the minutes, but you can imagine just what it takes to even just doing some random things here that we do takes a lot of planning. So I think on those people who put so much time and effort in a time when it was very, very heretical to have any kind of religious belief that was outside the mainstream. Even today, that could be a very dangerous thing. So I still hold those people in mind, especially when I come to this building and I think on the history of what it took to be somebody who would be a part of this community at that time, who would contribute your time and your money to make that building happen. I mean, I know we say $400, that was a lot of money. And so how can we honor them? So today's service is all about recognizing the past, celebrating the present, and celebrating what is to come into the future. So I invite you to take a moment to get comfortable in your seat. Take all of that you've heard and seen and felt so far. Try to be present here in your own body, in this space. Let us take a moment of silence here together. Holding that space of meditation within your own heart, I encourage you to listen to these words by Max A. Coots. This is also in our hymnals, number 489. Just to encourage you to listen to this and think on how we in religious communities honor dates and times and mark time together. He writes, "When love is felt or fear is known, when holidays and holy days and such times come, when anniversaries arrive by calendar or consciousness, when seasons come, as seasons do, old and known, but somehow new, when lives are born or people die, when something sacred sensed in soil or sky, mark the time. Respond with thought or prayer or smile or grief. Let nothing living slip between the fingers of the mind, for all of these are holy things we will not, cannot find again." As memories come to you, as thoughts come to your mind here today and some point in the future, honor those memories. Thank the people who have been part of your life through this community or beyond. Whether in heart, maybe they have passed on, but they are still with you now and forevermore. Let's take another deep breath in together. Let it out and be in this space and feel gratitude for all those who are here, past, present, future, people we have yet to imagine. May it be so. Our meditation hymn today, singing from your seats, is number 123 in the gray hymnal, Spirit of Life. Service is one that I've adapted from my internship church, which is First Unitarian Brooklyn, and they do a service called the Service of the Living Tradition that honors who we are and what we are carrying forward. And so one of the things that we do is recognize and celebrate, in this moment, long-term members. Some of you have just joined and are going to be recognized in a minute, so hold on to any kind of response you have. We'll recognize you in a minute, but for this, we're recognizing some of our long-term members. Members make commitments to this spiritual community right here. You commit to regular participation, leadership, and financial support. Becoming a member says to yourself and to others, because you have to sometimes tell people, hey, I'm doing this thing at my church. People may go, you're going to a church, but you do that. You're like, oh, this is what I do now. I go to a church. Becoming a member says to them, I am throwing my lot in with these people. I believe in the importance of having a liberal religious home in this area in Farmington Hills for now, yes, and into the future. Those people back in 1840 thought the same thing. They dreamed you up. You are dreaming up people 100 years from now by your regular participation, consistently showing up, consistently supporting each other. You are making that possible for people you can't even imagine. Members commit to being in relationship, listening, supporting, and growing. You, are long-haul people who voluntarily choose this spiritual home of love and commitment. It truly is a special act to choose to be a part of this congregation. We do not do shame, blame, guilt, or manipulation here, right? Right. You're here because you want to be. You're here because your heart says, these are my people. Some of you have joined within the past year. Others have joined within the last 5, 10, 20, and even longer ago. Looking at some of you who are going to stand up in a moment. Contemplate on the moment that you signed the membership book. Oh, I forgot to bring the membership book up here with me, but you'll imagine the book. That's a detail I forgot. Contemplate on that moment that you signed the book, when somebody presented you with a historic-looking book. The pages are kind of falling apart because it's quite old. Think on that feeling you had when you put your name in that book and you committed to this congregation. In a moment, I'm going to ask everyone to sit and stand by the time that, the number of years that you have been a member. So, I encourage you to call to mind that moment. Perhaps it was a special day, maybe it was tied to something, that event that happened, maybe there was something around that. Maybe you don't remember the exact moment. That's okay. Perhaps you remember the year or an event around it. And then think on how many years has it been? Now again, some of you just joined within the last year, so you're welcome to, and you've already been recognized. So you'll be able to stand when I get to that. If you're going to be recognized, continue to stay seated. So do you have a number in mind for how long you have been a member here? Yes, I'm seeing some head nods. So I'm gonna ask, stand please, or wave your hands if that is challenging, if you have been a member for less than 5 years. Yay! You may sit down. If you have been a member for 5 to 10 years. Yay! If you have been a member here between 10 and 20 years. Oh, okay. Thank you. If you have been a member here for 20 to 30 years. Wow. Yay. If you have been a member here for 30 to 40 years. Wow. Some of you have been a member between 50 to 60 years. I missed 40 to 50. I apologize. Who is 40 to 50? Yay! And then we have 60 years or more. Bud? Yay! And I'm going to name Barb Windsor. Do you know how long she's been a member? Probably as long as you have George, right? Longer than Bud. So we have a member who lives actually down the street, so she has been a member here for longer than 60 years. Is that right? It's just mind-boggling to think of all of the people and all of the ways, and so many of you who have been here for decades have served in many different leadership positions, many different things that you all have contributed to make this congregation and be what it is right now. You have laid the foundation. The people who have been here for 40 to 50, 20 to 10, 20 to 30 have laid the groundwork for the people who've been here 5 years. You've made that space happen, and now even more people have been stepping up this coming year. And so towards that end, I'm going to ask Liz to come up. So Liz is our membership committee chair, and she is going to recognize our new members, and we're going to recognize them together. So, okay, good, you can stand.
So in that regard, my name's Liz Knight. I am the current chair of the membership committee. And today we're going to recognize our newest members, Damon Williams, George Waterman, John Spro, Kelsey Kistler, and Sharon Peterson. Please come on up so we can recognize you.
If you need to stand there, that's fine. Okay.
We at the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington welcome you as new members of our community this morning. You have come to worship, play, work, and grow among us. Ours is a free fellowship. We have no creeds, and you are free to bring your ideas and beliefs to this fellowship to share with others. I invite you to join with us in the religious search for meaning and purpose in life, informed by our individual beliefs and the traditions of Unitarian Universalism.
Each of you have already signed our membership book. This morning, I invite you to celebrate that commitment in worship here today. In this gathering and our worship services, we lift up our voices in shared song. We bring ourselves before the holy in silence and in speech. We search together for truth and meaning in life, and we share the joys and sorrows of our lives with one another.
Joining the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington means being part of the gathered community, speaking out on the future of the congregation, offering and receiving gifts of the Spirit, supporting others, and being supported in return. If you will join us in this mission and work, say, I will.
I will.
Will the members of this congregation please rise and body your spirit? Do you receive these new members with open hands and hearts? If so, please say yes. Yes. And please, all to the members, please repeat after me. We are proud and happy to have you among us.
We are proud and happy to have you among us.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you and welcome to the UUCF. Yay! You may now go to have a seat. Yes, thank you.
The offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder of that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show that we believe it is important to worship together, to help our community, and to say yes to the values of our faith. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come amongst you to accept these gifts from the congregation. You may also give to the UUCF online via the QR code on the back of the order of service. This morning, the offering will now be accepted. Reciting the offertory blessing that can be found in your order of service. To the work of creating beloved community within and beyond these walls, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings.
Last fall, we had a leadership dedication for the leaders who were elected to their roles at last year's congregational meeting. Now we take the time during this service to thank them for their hard work and dedication. Will these leaders please come forward? From the executive board, Katie Coker, Barb Eglinton, Mark Petrie, Kyle Stewart, and Sarah Lukic. All the way to the other side. Go all the way over. Our committee chairs, Liz Knight from membership. She must have gone with the kids. I don't see her, but Marie Lowry, who's not here today. Jim Tedesco, who is traveling. Kelly Petrie, Karen Duguay, and Julie Adis. Becca Seaton, our nominating chair, will lead this ritual.
Hello. These are the people this congregation called to serve UUCF last year. Please join me in thanking them by repeating after me. We, the members and friends of this congregation, thank you for your dedication and commitment. Guided by the vision we express in our shared affirmation of mission. Members of the Executive Board, you were charged with keeping sight of the big picture, holding UUCF's vision, honoring our past, and guiding us towards our future. Thank you for the work that you did this year. Thank you. Thank you. Committee chairs, you were charged with keeping sight of your particular piece of our community's mosaic, advocating for the needs of the area of our communal life, which is your specific concern, and working with one another for the common good of the whole. Thank you for all the work you did this year. Thank you. Thank you. Liz, come on up here. Come on. There's no running away. There is a cycle to life. Everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this is true of life, it is true of communities, and yes, it's even true of leadership positions. We would now like to honor Katie Coker for serving as the Executive Board President for 2 years. Yay! That's a hard job. Jim Tedesco, even though he's not here today, for serving as the Building and Grounds Chair for 2 years. Clap loud enough that he can hear us wherever he is. Let us honor this cycle of leadership transition by saying, with a shared,
For this we thank you.
okay, by saying, here's your line, for this we thank you. And so I'm going to say some stuff, and then you say, for this we thank you. Cool. Katie, you have served UUCF well, and for this we thank you. At the end of June, you will complete your service in your role. You have been a thoughtful leader and steward of this congregation. For this we thank you. You have attended endless meetings, written countless emails, and engaged with members and friends of this community. You have brought a spirit of dedication, love, and a deep abiding faith in the growing, evolving spiritual community that is this congregation. For this we thank you. And then the next month or so, you are ending this commitment that you have held with such care. Each ending is also a beginning. The beginning of a new role, perhaps the beginning of a time where you can simply be here in worship and community, beginning of a time of renewal. We trust that you'll find the right way to nurture your spirit and serve this community. For this we thank you. To all those sitting in the pews, you too have opportunities for endings and beginnings. May this litany serve as a reminder that all the members and friends of UUCF have the ability and obligation to say yes to service to this community and also to say yes to stepping down after a time, even if it seems like there's no one else there to take your place. May each of you here accept an invitation to say yes to a new opportunity for service, or yes to a new opportunity to nurture your spirit, or perhaps an opportunity to say yes to ending your service. We trust that you will find the right way to nurture your spirit and serve this community. Let us now show our appreciation of all these leaders with a round of applause.
Thank you all. And the choirs coming up? I want to tell you a story in the short time we have left in today's service about a group of people who are continuously becoming. Starting around 1840 something, they became. They realized we need a place for people who think differently. They were the original becoming. And all of you have contributed over time to who we are and continuously become. I hold two things in my hands at all times. The congregation started sometime in the 1840s, and we're still learning how to do this thing, right? We're always learning, always growing. I want to tell you about these people who could also be you. These people love each other and the world fiercely. Though they rarely use the word love. They're kind of icky around the word love, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't always have to say the word to actually do it, right? How does this group of people show they love each other? They make sure that there's a way for people who struggle with hearing to hear each other, both here in the meeting house and in Adams Hall. I thank Jamie for making sure we have a technical way for people to hear, especially yesterday in the bingo event. We made sure that someone could hear. They improve things like the Memorial Garden accessibility so that everyone can go sit in front of the stones and read the names of those who have gone before us. Before that accessibility, people who planned that people who used wheelchairs or walkers could not get there. They show up on Saturday mornings and do deep cleans of the kitchen, hallways, windows, always looking for a place that could use some sprucing up. They are the people who see details and make sure that other people can experience it. They don't always get the credit, but they see it and they show up and they do it. They bring in flowers on Sunday morning that bring joy to other spirits. This is how I know Juliana isn't here today. I hope she is well. They bring food for the food pantry. They bring it here to the church, and others keep it stocked for our neighbors in need of food. They consistently show up to make whistle kits so our friends and neighbors who are immigrants can become aware when ICE is nearby. They bring each other food when someone is going through a health crisis, and they bring each other to medical appointments when that is needed as well. They organize book discussions, karaoke events, all kinds of gathering, craft nights, so that people have a way to just come hang out and be together with no agenda, just come and be together. And they facilitate, they make sure that people who show up for these things are heard, that they feel like they matter. These people, they take risks on new fundraising initiatives like spaghetti dinners and shoe drives. We had no idea how any of that was going to go, but we tried it. They risk having conversations with members and friends about finances, knowing that it is very, very hard to talk to people about money because we've been told that money is taboo. We'd rather not talk about money, but it's something that is required as part of a community. We talk about money. And these people, some of them are very, very brave, and they have those conversations. These amazing people, they show up for our children and youth. Whether it's in a class or an additional group that we're trying out, they show up consistently for all kinds of things, sometimes on a Saturday night, sometimes on a Sunday evening. They'll have random conversations, and these people, you, know the names of our kids. They interact with them, they say hello, they make sure that they know they matter. That's you people. These folks, they respond yes when food is needed for an event. So I am on the membership, the email list for membership. Liz sends out an email saying, hey, we're having this lunch today. Who can bring stuff? Almost everybody responded. Let me bring this, let me bring that. They are the people who respond. When food is needed, when people need help, they show up. When the call goes out that our Freedom House friends need duffel bags and laundry bags, they happily respond with purchasing 120 bags, and they purchase holiday gifts for the kids, and they pay for the New Year party meal. Now, do many of you even know these people at the Freedom House? No, but you do it, right? Because the call was put out, and you gave money, or you gave time, or you showed up, because that's what you do. These people, they do constant maintenance around the building and the grounds of this property. I mean, can you imagine this was put here in 1967, and there's constant things that are needing to be done, most of which is never seen, such as finishing the rain garden, drainage improvements, building security, reinforcing the storage shed. Did you all know that the shed needed to be reinforced? Well, these people did, and they did it. And they also keep the boiler and the elevator running. Can you imagine? They do all these things that nobody gets up and says anything about the vast majority of the time, but they do it. A group of staff and members have worked together to create events where GLBTQ people feel loved and supported in the Farmington community. This, too, is an outpouring of support and love from UUCF. These amazing people do all of these things and so much more than I could even possibly say today. Your elected leaders responded to emergency situations this year that you don't even know about because they took care of it. They made sure that the institution was taken care of. They created bylaws and policies to make sure, oh, let's make sure we see this gap here, let's work on that. And they made very, very hard decisions about the budget, staffing, and so much more. They listen and listen and listen some more, and they make thoughtful decisions, holding the delicate balance of the past, the present, and the future, because we all want this institution to go on for at least another 100 years, right? So they have to hold all of those things, and it's a hard thing to do, but they do it because they love each of you. And this year, a group of members have also worked together to hire your next minister, and for that, you should all be grateful as well. This congregation, each of you, live your faith in so many ways, both seen and unseen, things that you may not even tell anybody that you do, but you do it. Think of the choir. They come here every Monday night, they practice so that they can bring this music to you. That takes commitment, dedication, responsibility, and love. It all comes from a place of love. This congregation, each of you live your faith in so many ways. What you do and who you are, the things you do for each other, and much, much more beyond, because the hope, I always think of our congregations as laboratories. We are practicing doing these things here so we can take them out into the world, maybe among our friends and family, maybe among our coworkers. We don't even have to say, I'm doing this because, this place here taught me things about responsibility and showing up. You don't have to say it, but you do that in other parts of your world, and hopefully we've made a difference in other places. Whether we say it or not, whether we call ourselves attention to ourselves or not, we are doing this thing, we are living our values. May this congregation always, always, always be a place that lives its values, that makes space for who and what we have not imagined yet. They are going to walk through our doors, and you, everybody from the greeters that I haven't acknowledged, the ushers, so many people that make this space what it is today, will continue living those values into the future. May it ever, ever be so. Amen. I ask you to please join me in our closing words, our chalice extinguishing words that we've used since last fall. And then the choir is going to come up. Come on up. You can come up, and then Nathan is going to extinguish the chalice while we all sing our chalice extinguishing words together. You can come on up. We extinguish this chalice with an open heart. We are building a better world together. We are becoming better people together. We are living our lives together. We don't have to do it alone.
Resting love with roots growing deep and sap pushing branches to wake from their sleep. Very leaves burnt amber with morning's full sweep. Together, my friends, will we on? Will we on? I love that heals friend, that best friend, that rising and turning and heals friend, like the mountain to rain, or frost in the spring, or darkness that turns with the dawn. It's by turning, 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 my friend, by turning that love moves on.
Hello, everyone. The congregational meeting is going to start at 11:45. That'll give you 5 minutes to get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do before we start our meeting. If you are not a member or today is your first time, we would really love for you to join us for lunch after our meeting. You can hang out outside. You can walk the nature trail. But our meeting should take about an hour.